Hey guys, Yuzi here from iTradePrice. It is 5 p.m. Eastern, July 17th. What a crazy, brutal day for longs. We're down like 600 points on the day. I think half of it was already done before the market even opened. So pretty brutal from that way. Just want to quickly review some of the names that we have been trading and sort of swing trading and all that stuff, and then I will do a little playback of the NQ as well using the MACD tool. Okay, so let's take a look at VLO. This is something that we recently entered, right? This was the sort of the green buy zone where you see this box. We really don't need that anymore, or actually make it smaller. Right there. So this was the buy zone, right? We were nicely up. I did trim some just below 153. I'm still holding the core position. I think if everything kind of stabilizes a little bit, it can just kind of, flag here maybe a little bit, consolidate before it makes it moves towards this channel's top trend line towards 159, right? But this was the entry zone. Maybe a bounce can be around 147.5. It wants to retest that, so that can be a play as well. Another name, BIIB. This was the entry zone right here under 227 all the way to 222. That was a weekly support area. Back test of the downtrend line as well. So not bad price action today. I think in a weekly chart, if you look at it, it's still kind of consolidating with the bottom wick here so far. And if we take out this 237, I think next stop can be 245 to 253. It's been in this range for a while now. Okay, earnings are later in the month. That can be a catalyst or not, but at least from chart perspective, it looks nice from playing the bounce from that area. Another name was Coin. Oh my God, what a ride this week! If I drill down into a daily view. This was the buying zone right here, okay, and we saw a nice Monday gap up, broke the 234 resistance, really made it all the way nicely towards 253, 255. That's where we have the downtrend line. So some pause is expected, right? For a day like today, it held pretty nicely. If you look at the weekly chart, here we are. So again, some pause here on the weekly chart on the downtrend line. Maybe it wants to consolidate for a week or two more. As long as it stays above 234, I think it's bullish on a higher time frame, and then if we break out above this, then 264, 263, and then of course the all-time high sort of is your target. But from chart and structure perspective, looks nice. Okay. Another name is Zeus. That's something I entered actually today on the test of this 193 level right here. If you look at a daily view, this was the resistance, right? You can see this was the resistance for some time right here around 192, 193 area. We saw a nice breakout. We got a retest, move back up. Here's the uptrend line. So not a bad setup from a risk and reward perspective. It can, do a little look down and then go back up. So not a bad place to be getting some exposure on the long side. Okay, I mean the daily trend, weekly trend is still nicely up, right? It's just a pullback, right? When the thing is moving up, you don't want to be long here, you want to be long here, so your risk is less. Okay, another name was Hood. It really played out nicely. This was our buying zone right here. It made the nice breakout, kind of consolidated for some time. I would have added here had it come down to retest this uptrend line. But the stock never really got there, so broke out of this nice flag looking pattern, nice 3 days. For a day like today, again, it held well. I think it can still keep on doing nicely. I don't mind if it kind of wants to flag in this zone here, consolidate before it moves up, because the next target is easily between 27 to 28. Here's the weekly view. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So that's where we saw the breakdown from. So that becomes your natural upside target on further strength. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of more names. IGV is another one. I'm in a sort of an accumulation phase in this one too. Nice, uptrend on a higher time frame. Weekly chart giving some pullback right here. Actually, if you look at it on a monthly view, it's a nice cup and handle, right? Here's your cup and handle right here. This is your resistance line. Once it breaks that, really there's no upside target. It's just, blue skies territory. So some pullback is expected here at the all-time high. That's what we're getting. So not a bad place to get some exposure, right here all the way till 85. It looks nice. It's a slow mover, so if you tie your funds in this thing, just be aware of that. Crowd, CRWD, nice weekly looking uptrend line, right here. So I don't mind even buying right here. So I've started accumulating this thing as well. Looks nice. Here was the gap up, right after the earnings move, really made it nicely up, and now it's retesting that. Previously it was a resistance zone. You can see the rejections from here, so we got a nice back up, and now we're retesting that zone. It's a gap fill as well, so not a bad place to be long here and look for that move back towards the upside. Okay, I think that was it, right? Which one? VLO is another name. Well, I think we already covered that one. Okay, AMD already came out of that, but I like this name to get back long. Again, we gapped down actually below that, right? I actually did buy it around 174. I am not buying it right now. I want to see a test of this uptrend line right here. I mean, I don't mind getting long right here, because that's where we saw this whole consolidation, so we can expect some bounce from here. Okay, overall, yes, a little broken chart, but don't mind the bounce trade from here. We saw the sell-off after the Trump comments. Okay, now let's go to NinjaTrader. So I was not able to record the session, but I can do a playback. Let's go to a playback for today. 7:17. Okay, cool. I don't know why it makes this look like that. So let's go to 9:30. Okay, oops, that's not today. That's 7:17. Let's go to, come on. Okay, so, and I'm going to enable or try to run this thing in front of you on the playback with the MACD tool. Okay, so, and I'm using the 4 bars as the pullback. Okay, and I'm going to run this. Let's run this thing with how many contracts I have. Let's run this thing with maybe, let's do 1 contract. Just make it so that, mostly people trade 1 contract, so just make it more realistic here. Okay, 1 in Q, and let's keep the stop loss as 15 points, which is 60 ticks, and 25-point profit, which is 100 ticks. All right, let's do that, and let's run this thing. I'm going to forward this thing to a speed of 100 so that we don't have to sit here all day.
Order filled.
I know a lot of people.
Order filled. Stop filled.
I'm gonna pause it for a second. A lot of people say they don't like trading the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the market open because it's wacky. Algos are like fighting with each other, trying to figure out the direction. But I'm just running it for you to see where it would have taken the trades, right? From the execution point of view. Don't worry about the P&L that much. Look where it's taking the trades with this particular setting. Of course, this is user sort of defined. I like to run it with 3 and 4 bar pullbacks. Okay, so let's run this thing. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and then I will
order filled.
Zoom in later once it has gone through the whole day. Okay.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled.
Okay, almost 10:30. So again, it all depends on how you want to play it. How many contracts? What's your stop loss? What's your
order filled
target? If you hit your target, do you change your template
order filled
to make it more aggressive or non-aggressive, you know, whatever, but I'm just running it with the standard one template all day till 4 p.m. Okay, and see where we land. And so I think the highest I saw
Order
up
filled.
until now was actually right now 26. Okay, this is the MACD with a little slightly changed
filled.
settings.
Stop
Okay, and this is 200 EMA and a Ninja Renko chart with 12-4 setting. Okay, here's the setting right here. So, and I don't have any profit and loss threshold. I'm
Order
just
filled.
running
Stop
it
filled.
all day just to kind of see where has it taken all the entries. So, okay, almost 100.
Order
Let's
filled.
make it 500
Stop filled.
just so we can go a little faster. Okay.
Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order stop filled.
Couple of
Order
stops
stop
there.
filled. Order filled.
Okay. Of course, you know, you can take
Order
early
filled.
profit or not. Again, I'm just
Stop
running
filled.
it so that you can
Order
see
stop filled.
where we end up.
Order filled.
Okay, so it has positive expectancy overall because it has mostly kept you in the positive. Okay, let's pause this thing. So we're done. Now let's zoom in just to kind of see where most of the entries were for today. Okay, so the purple one, the purple bar is a short and the blue bar is a long. Okay, so here's your short after 9:30, the first short. This was long, and you can see I have enabled with the both setting, right? Had this thing been dynamic, it would only consider long above 200 EMA and shorts below the 200. I just keep it as mostly as both, but some people might like to only short below 200. So anyways, this was the short right there, short right there, another one more, nice downtrend right there, right there. This was a buy. Had this thing been on a dynamic, it would not have taken this buy, but then that also means it would not take this buy too, right? Short right there. Nothing in this chop piece. This one was long, you know, depending on your stop loss, it went against almost around 11 points, I think, 12 points. Okay, another long, short, long right there, short right there, another long, okay, another long, probably got stopped, short right there, long right there, another long. So you got the idea, right, of how this thing and where it takes the trades, and you know how you can use your active ATM template to kind of manage your trades once inside the trade. If you want to scalp, this thing can also give you good scalp entries, quick in and outs. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. You can email me or hit me up on Discord or Twitter. Okay, hope you guys like this and have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.